Hello friends, TechManPat here. I hope you are well. I've been in the market for a smart, cheeky Pixel screen for a while now. I've seen them on eBay, Amazon, and AliExpress, and they've always been a couple of $100s and not necessarily backed up by a known brand. So when Divoom reached out with this, the Pixoo 64, I thought, hey, Divoom, I know them. A couple of years ago, they sent me a little speaker to review too. This, what is it? What is it? So today we're reviewing this, a screen, or what you might even call a little piece of art. The Pixoo 64 Art Cloud frame. And of course, it's only as good as the app. So in today's video, we're gonna take a look at this device's capabilities, and mostly the app, because that's what's powering all of this right now. So big thanks to Divoom for sending this for review. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get started by rolling the intro. Now, I don't think this is going to be a particularly long video, but I think we should really admire the fact that these sorts of devices exist. But let's take a quick look at this frame. It's really bright. The colors are really vivid, especially the reds here. And I know this is a little bit vain having your YouTube account on there, but also I think it's kind of cute. I like to look at it. It's a nice reminder what we've been working on. But on the other hand, what I really like it for is viewing the Bitcoin price every day. That is of interest, and of course you can change it to that. So this becomes your own personal screen that acts like a clock. So you can have your weather, the time, of course Bitcoin price, and a few other additions. Now, let me take you through the functionality of the app. So we can control the actual brightness of the screen, which is really good, especially with an automated way to reduce the light during the evening so it doesn't just burn your retinas out. On the bottom, we have some interesting functionality. We've got design animation, pixel coloring, music, and so on. So music is really interesting. If you do play some music through your phone, unfortunately, it'll show you the name of the song. It'll show you little bars that go up and down based on the music. And look, it's internet radio. It's a little bit strange. Like, I don't know if anybody would listen to this, but it's free and it's included in the app. Then you have something called pixel coloring, which is literally like a kid's coloring game. You can match the ones with the color. So you say one and you click on the ones one by one, or you can use the bucket icon to make them all that color. It is what it is. I mean, in the end, you get to make a little shape of whatever it is. I mean, I wouldn't do this, but it's fun for kids to play it maybe, but they're still then on their phone rather than on maybe a different device. So I don't know. I don't see it as any beneficial. So then you have design, which is literally your own hand at drawing. And it's pretty responsive. You draw it on your device and it shows up on the screen. No real issues at all, different colors. And this is probably the fun part. You can leave little messages as long as the text is sort of pixelated. You've got lots of options here. Here's the text. Let's say hello, and it comes out. It's like your own personal sticky note on a wall. Really love it actually. This is probably the most functional part of it. Then we've got an alarm setting. So yes, this can act as a sort of clock and alarm. We've got a planner to show in there, but there's no integration with Google Calendar, which kind of defeats the purpose because then I'll be putting two things in two places, or actually any other calendar. You can put in your own celebration days or maybe birthdays of your friends and family. Now, timer is kind of useful. I've used this with my son to say, hey, you've only got 1 minute to, I don't know, play, and then you got to go to bed, and he can see it count down, and then it does a little funky animation at the end. Really nice. Same with the stopwatch. Scoreboard. Now, this one was used only once during a game night. We were playing beer pong, and that was a really fun way to just say, you know, who was actually winning. Then we have chat, and if anybody has the same device, you can actually leave messages on, I suppose, your devices individually. So you can say hello or I miss you if you're in a long distance relationship. And you can customize what's in here and move it around. In device settings, we can change what the animation is when it turns on and what the default clock is. And right now I've got it as my YouTube stats. We can rotate screen, we can create and change the white balance, and we can do all sorts of things. But what most people I think will do will just press the plus button and actually upload their own photo. I'm gonna crop that image, and then it's gonna figure out what exactly that would look like. And that is the picture. And from afar, it actually looks really good. It actually looks like the picture. As a little screensaver, I think it's really nice. And ultimately, if I were to sell this to someone and say, what is it good for? It is good for putting some funky little photos on there of your friends, your kids, your family, your dog, or showing the clock, or running it as a timer, or little games for kids. But ultimately, it's gonna be a static thing with weather and maybe some really cool animations that you can find in these galleries. And ultimately, that's where the value sits with the app. It has access to some of the best of people who've used this device and have created content for it. If this is something you're getting for someone as a gift, it'll be a fantastic gift. And the best thing you can do is preload it with a photo that when they open it and plug it in, it shows that photo. And I think that is going to be a great use case. Now, what I'd like to add is you have access to these a list called the expert list. And this is created by the more artistic people from the planet. And they look fantastic. Some of the examples here are brilliant. Like this one here, it's just fantastic DJ Van Gogh. And because it's designed for the 64 by 64 pixels, it actually looks exactly like I'd imagine something like this to look. These are beautiful little renditions. It is ultimately a little TV screen that shows fairly static GIFs or images, but they can look really, really cool and really flashy. So it's a unique product. And like I said, as a gift, brilliant. Now, the price, it is not cheap. So if you do see it on sale, I think at that time it'd be worthwhile. Ultimately, as somebody who's using it to show my stats on YouTube, I think it's a bit of a vain item, but if you get it as a gift for somebody, I think they will really like it. The mounting options are fantastic, and so this makes a device like this really, really flexible of where you're going to place it. One thing I'd like to see in the future is actually an e-ink display like this as a much larger, thinner screen that doesn't require a continuous power source. Whether it updates only every hour or half hour, however much it does, I think it would be a really cool product from Divoom if they're going into this kind of space. But the Pixel and the theme that they go for, I think fits generally into this product. So yes, a very expensive product, could be a great gift. The app is supportive enough to achieve pretty much most of the things you want. Big thanks to Divoom for sending this for review. The Pixoo 64 links are below. They're not affiliate, of course, so make sure to like and subscribe to support the channel. I'll catch you all in another one. Bye.